Hello everyone. Do you know what a word cloud is? A word cloud is a graphic representation of the frequency of terms used in a lengthy piece of text. That's a mouthful. Let me explain quickly. You know, if you take a lengthy document, let's say a book, a novel, and you input it into a computer, then there's a certain application that will process the terms used in that book, in that text, and that will output for you the terms most frequently used. And obviously the software is quite clever. It will eliminate words that are not really words with meaning. And so people have taken the Constitution or the Bill of Rights of America, inputted it into a computer, or entered it into a computer, and what they got was, for example, that the word Constitution is the most important or the most frequently used term in that. They've also used it, by the way, for the Bible. And if you look at the Old Testament and you input all the words of the Old Testament into a computer, then it will output these terms, and you can see here the Bible, God, Lord, Israel, to be expected. Israel being very important in the Old Testament. So what if you look at the New Testament? Then Jesus becomes the most commonly used word: God, Lord, Father, etc. So now I think you've got an idea of what a word cloud is. Many of you might have known that, but just for the benefit of everyone. So what do you think will happen if we use a word cloud with the Holy Quran, with the text of the Holy Quran? And I'm talking specifically about the English. Something very, very beautiful happens. We often see the Quran from the perspective of ancient scholars and people with an agenda. Either they're promoting this mazhab or that mazhab, or they're promoting a sect, or they are trying to substantiate something which they come to the Quran with a preconceived idea. What if we perform a word cloud on the Quran without any preconceived Qurans and allow the Quran to speak for itself? Then an amazing thing happens. Let me just show you what it looks like. What we have is the Quran in various chapters, and I'm going to show you chapter 1 first of all. Chapter 2. This is what comes out. Isn't this beautiful? Look here. The word gracious is the most gracious. Allah is the most prominent term that comes out. Cherisher, praise, merciful, master, judgment, sustainer. Isn't this beautiful? I mean, the essential gist of the Quran is introducing us to a creator, a supreme being, but not just that. It characterizes that supreme being for us as gracious, kind, merciful. That's in chapter 2. In chapter 3, still the concept of Allah, the creator, is emphasized, but now also the word believe enters. And believe is now a very commonly used term. And believe, if you want to translate it, really refers to iman. So Allah introduced as the most important central concept, the merciful, the kind, the gracious, the master of all fortunes, but then shifting over to iman. So there's Allah, and the next important concept in the Quran is that we need to affirm, and we need to confirm, and we need to endorse the creator of the universe. That is a central concept in the Holy Quran. If we go to chapter 4, still Allah, Lord, sign, which is ayat, good, message, still there. In chapter 5, interesting, we see now women, and obviously women are being surah, this is probably Surah to Nisa. It is the chapter that deals with women. But interestingly, while highlighting the rights of women in this chapter, it actually lists men also. But look at this interesting feature here. Men and women listed to an equal frequency, to a similar frequency. So not men raised more or bigger than women, but raised in a similar way. Now, for me, this is fascinating. This is fascinating. You know why? Because the Quran is a book that is supposedly written by an Arab in the desert. And why do I not see the word Arab? Why do I not see the word, me or Muhammad? Why do I not see the word men or men to a much bigger extent? Why don't I see things that are idiosyncratic to the Prophet? I see text here that is definitely written from an outside perspective, the perspective of not a man dwelling amongst other men with personal preoccupations, but the author of this book is a being that is transcendent, that is outside of the frame of reference of ordinary people. And I just thought I'd share that with you. It's quite fascinating. I found it quite fascinating.